Into top stories, a man appears in court for the murder of a Jamaican woman, more than 50 employees of the closed Andrews Sugar Factory made redundant, and several Jamaicans received death threats following the Vybz Kartel guilty verdict. Welcome to Nation News for Thursday, April 4th, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles.
At Courts, every day we bring affordability, convenience, innovation, and style to over 1 million customers in 11 countries. From homes to communities, we are proud to make a difference in the lives of many across the region. Courts, bringing value home.
A 37-year-old man appeared in court today in connection with the murder of 22-year-old Jamaican national Sharice White. He is Junior Wilmot Hart of Division Drive, Eden Lodge, St. Michael. Police say investigations into the April 1st incident revealed that White received a gunshot injury to her head whilst at her Bibby's Lane, St. Michael apartment and died on the scene. Hart appeared in the Oistins Magistrates Court today, where he was remanded to Dodds Prison. More than 50 employees of the closed Andrews Sugar Factory were made redundant today. This follows lengthy talks between the Barbados Workers Union, the Sugar Industry Staff Association, and the Barbados Agricultural Management Company Limited. Port Vale is the only factory in operation this year after the Andrews factory was closed to facilitate the construction of a new state-of-the-art multi-purpose facility. The BAMC said today 57 employees of the 121 employees at Andrews were made redundant, while some were transferred to Port Vale. Others came to the end of their fixed-term contracts or retired. The Samuel Jackman Prescott Polytechnic expects more applications for places in the coming school year. Principal Hector Bell said it was expected that this would be a consequence of the introduction of tuition fees at the University of the West Indies, which has already seen a dip in applicants. Speaking to reporters after a prize-giving ceremony this morning, Bell said the Polytechnic has the capacity to deal with a higher student roll, but some of the facilities had to be upgraded. A Queen's Counsel has advised the disabled community to agitate for anti-discriminatory laws. According to attorney at law Hal Gollop, this will force institutions to either observe the rights of disabled people or suffer the sanctions that would follow discriminatory practices. Mr. Gollop said there had been efforts to have such laws created in the past, but a greater attempt was necessary from Parliament. He was speaking this morning during a seminar hosted by the Barbados National Organization of the Disabled. The Roman Catholic Church has launched a hub to connect the needy and newly poor with those who can assist them. The focus will be on helping them to meet their basic needs, as well as enabling them to become more self-sufficient. Participants in a number of developmental courses organized by the Girls Industrial Union have been showing off what they learned. The institution held an open day at its Belleville St. Michael headquarters earlier this week, and tutor Yosine Greenwich said anyone could come to learn new skills. Several of the participants gave their views on the program.
I sit in the paper and I do stuffed toys before, beginners. So I decided to do the advanced, the bigger stuff. Right. I love animals, stuffed animals.
Well, my daughter, she loves cake icing as well, and we're both on the class, so we can band together and we can do cake icing to earn some extra income from time to time.
Across the region now, Jamaica's Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, has confirmed that she and members of her prosecution team have received death threats after the guilty verdict of Vybz Kartel and his 3 co-accused for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams. Noting that security had been stepped up around the team, she said despite popular perception, prosecutors are not hell-bent on sending accused people to prison and beg for the public's understanding. Witnesses, police officers, and staff of a telecommunications company have also reported receiving threats. The police also report that their intelligence suggested that persons were paid to show up in the precincts of the court to show support for the entertainer and create disorder during the closing stages of the trial. As discussion continues as to whether Kartel will be allowed to record music while in prison, a St. Lucian senator says it's important to allow all prisoners to earn an income and save money for the day when they will be allowed back into society. Dr. Stephen King says it's time to change how we view prison and the role that prisons play in society. He says incarceration should serve as an opportunity for rehabilitation, and a prisoner should not be denied the right to earn a living.
I think that it is important that all our prisoners are allowed to earn money, because when they come out, they need to have the means in which they can look after themselves. Because one of the ways of preventing recidivism, and I'm not talking about the high level of people, high income earners like Vybz Kartel, I'm talking here about ordinary people. When I say ordinary people with ordinary incomes, they should have a chance to have earned something, put it aside, so when they come out, they don't find themselves down and out.
In sport, Barbados got off to a good start in their pivotal Davis Cup America's Group 2 tie against El Salvador today, following Darian King's straight-set victory at the National Tennis Center. Playing in front of a modest crowd in the opening singles match, the local number one had yet another dominant performance, routing Rafael Arevalo 6-1, 6-3, 6-3. It was a reverse of fortune for King, who lost the first singles encounter against the same opponent in last year's first-round tie. An upbeat 14-member Barbados netball team left for the John Pierre Under-16 Championship in Antigua, with high expectations of retaining the title, which they won for the first time in St. Kitts in 2012. Captain of the Barbados team is netball prodigy Shaniqua Thomas, who is the only returning player from the last team. Barbados will meet St. Kitts on Sunday, and their final game will be next Saturday against St. Lucia. In between, the Bajans will clash with Antigua, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Dominica in a round-robin setup. And finally, how do you get the attention of a girl who has everything, including your boyfriend? One woman seeking revenge on a romantic rival smashed the windows of her South Philadelphia home and dumped a box of live white rats inside, police say. In a long-running dispute over a man, the jealous lover and about 8 other women friends used a baseball bat to break the glass and toss the rodents inside. The victim was able to identify at least one of the attackers. And that's it for Nation News for Friday, April 4th. I'm Natasha Beckles. Do enjoy your weekend.